All right, all right, all right. What is going on, everybody? Greetings and salutations, Optimus. Today is Wednesday. I think it's the 10th. Yeah, May 10th. Wednesday, May 10th. And I have not taken a look at the market today. I went pretty hard on work yesterday, lawn work and stuff like that. And so I'm feeling a little under the weather, a little bit tired today. My back hurts. And so because of those things, I'm not going to overstay my welcome, and I'm going to take it really slow today. So haven't said all that. Uh, I still got my back rocking and stuff. Yeah, so I went pretty hard on work yesterday. So I'm gonna be careful today because last week I had another day where I went just as hard, and the following day I really felt it. It's not like I'm 20 anymore. It's weird. Uh, and so I'm gonna take it easy today. Go a little slow in trading. Just take my time, ease myself into my groove. Mm, tea helps though. All right, let's jump on in. Okay, I've not taken a look at anything today. Is this the open? So looks like we dropped to the open. Market's up. ES is up about $14 today. Trading around the same range that was sort of the highs yesterday. We have a high this morning of 41.73. Wow, this thing ripped at 5:30. Look at that. Bam. All right. Right now, however, so we're on approach for 5,200 cross. It's not very far off. Looks to be about $4 away. The 200 moving average is just now dipped below the volume weighted average price. So it looks like our strategy is inbound. It's not here yet, but it's on the way. You can see right now we just crossed over the 26. The 9 is above the 12, and we've got some cyan action going on here. But we are under the 35 and under the 50. We've had quite a lot of rejections here at the 50. Rejection here. I kind of, this little like on chart thing kind of annoys me sometimes. And then we had a rejection here. Rejection here. And I'll call this one a rejection. It didn't quite touch it, but it's pretty close. So the 50, and we're sort of holding what looks to be 41.45 as support. So sort of right here in this zone, 46-45 area. So basically, there's a little ego right there. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for this to get closer on cross, which is not very far away. It doesn't look too far away. It's about $3.47. This also got a nice little rip up here off this. So this bounced from 45.25 up to 47.75. That's quite a lot. 45.25, 47 cents. So that's 10 ticks. I'm gonna take a look at this on the 1 minute chart since I haven't taken a look at any of that yet. 1 minute chart is on approach for a cyan switch. When did this happen? 718. So looks like we're putting in some really big, rangy red candles. This was like an $8 drop or a $6 drop. Dude, that's huge. Yikes. Okay. So the range on the candles today is pretty large. So gonna need to be cautious on that. And yeah, it looks like I'd want to be cautious anyway, even if I'm this tired. Because the range on these candles is like $3-4 on a couple of them. That's a lot of range on the day. On the 1 minute chart, the 5200 is actually on approach to the downside. I'm taking my time to do my analysis. I can already tell there's a lot of volatility in the market today. And the range on the candles is just huge. I think 8 ticks is a reasonable range. I would start with probably 2 contracts though. 8 ticks is a pretty large range, but it also seems very, very achievable with the range of the candles of the day. So being as that's the case, I'll probably take like larger trades in terms of range, but smaller in terms of size. It sounds like the trade plan today. 5 minute chart still breaking down, like so zoomed in on every chart. This kind of looks a little bit like a descending wedge here. I think on this 3 minute, we may end up with like a double bottom. I'm gonna mark out this area right here as sort of the line in the sand, like 39, 40. I'm gonna call it 40. Even though it's like 39.25, I'm just gonna call it 40. So I think that we may pull back down to about 40 and potentially bounce off that. Eine Sekunde, bitte. All right, we back. What up, Tiny? Good to see you. Gay back over 400. Sorry to hear that. On a single trade. Yeah, because the range is crazy today. Right now, I don't really know what trend we're trading in because the market's up, but the chart is down. You know what I'm saying? So so right now it's kind of like it's kind of in between. It seems almost undecided, which is one of the reasons why I'm going very slow. Plus the range on the candles, like seeing like a range of like $4 or $5 on the candle, a single candle in a 1 minute chart. That's a lot of range. And with that much range, like you got to be really careful. Yeah, I understand about opening the risk and just like adding up. Like it can- it can be sketchy, especially like when you're learning that, like when you're trying to stretch yourself, when you're trying to like stretch that plasticity of your brain and be able to like almost to be able to comprehend more of that. It can be not just challenging, but it can be like nerve wracking. Um, and so it's today honestly looks like a day to go short. Really, like we had this one moment above VWAP, but at the open we had this like 635. Yeah, so at the open we had this big drop, and we did this red and green move, but then it failed on VWAP. And that sort of like I think this sort of set the trend for the day. That this may end up declining pretty substantially today. But with the highs at 41.73 and the low down here at 41.20, it's about a $53 range on the day. And that $53 like I think that us pulling down to about 41.40. I think 41.40 is going to be around the low. Not the low of the day, obviously, but I think that this is going to be the low of support potentially. If it continues to drop, I don't think that we're dropping really below like 41.25 and then likely bounce and then kind of ride under the VWAP for a lot of the day. That's my thoughts on what's going to happen. But this looks bearish to me. You can see on the 1 minute chart, 5,200 crosses inbound. That's going to hold more weight than the 20-second chart on that 5,200. I imagine a lot of people are going to go short here and short off of the 9 EMA more than likely. So that would be a pullback up to like 38.50 and a short off that. Currently, so I haven't taken any trades yet. Currently, the account is up $1,412 out of 3,000. So really close to the halfway point. I'm not sure if this is the high, like the highest that the account has been yet, though. I think it is. Because I think before this it was like 1,300 something. We're at 47% to goal. Like this looks to me like this is likely going to bounce here and then reject probably at the 9 EMA. But yeah, this looks super bearish to me. There's that 5,200 cross on the 1 minute side. And TTM is breaking down pretty heavily. I should have gone short up here off 43. We just had 5 minutes of straight pullback. So yeah, I don't see this trend reversing anytime soon. These are now $7 diverged. That's a huge divergence on the 20-second chart. Like I said, I'm probably gonna trade smaller contract size but larger range trades. So this is this push up here. So this like 31. So where did we end up falling? We fall all the way down to 27 from 43. Man, crazy range. Don't get your face clawed by a bear. I think this is gonna pull up to like 36 or something. Just even that, like that was like a $7 move in like a minute. That's insane, dude. This is crazy moves. 28 up to 33. That's 26 right there. I think right here would have been my entry off of 32. So I'm a little late. I'm not trying to trade late. Because this is likely going to reject off this 9 moving average. I think it's still going to pop a little bit, but I don't know. I got to wait for my edge. Like, to be honest, I got to wait for my edge. Because, like, part of me wants to go short off this 9 EMA. And another part of me is like, yo, this has dropped down a lot. I think it's going to fill back up. So, and we're getting this red yellow on the TTM, you know, so this, I don't know. I don't have a decision here. And so this doesn't look like a trade for me. Even though I think this is about to make a big move. I just don't know which direction. "20-second chart for me. Yeah. So I guess even like, I don't know, this area would have been fine too. There's science switch on the 20-second chart. 9's above 12. So my guess is what's going to happen here is that we're probably going to reject in this zone, maybe in another candle or two.
Order filled.
All right, I took a short.
Order filled.
There was the rejection. Okay, so that was a really quick 2 and 4, 2 contracts and 4 ticks. So quick $94. If we get a decent, man, I should have kept my 7 ticks on, but I was still skittish. Yeah, sketchy trading today, man. This is like big boy trading, or girl. You know, trading doesn't. Trading is not sexist. There's like, I don't know if anybody's ever done insanity before. But like it's really funny because he like catches himself like midway, and he's like, he's like, the girl like outperforms the guy, and he's like, "What's that about?" And then he's like, "Insanity is not sexist," and his eyes get all big. And it's really funny. I have no edge. down to 2 months worth will be it's like not just is the market really sketchy today, but like when I feel this worked, like this can really impact my trading, and I'm aware of that after last week. Like, because last week, we had a day we were profitable, and I'm actually grateful that it happened, because last week, it was last Tuesday, we lost $1,300 on a day that was similar to today, not this rangy, but a day that was similar. I lost $1,300 after being up like 250. And like, even saying it, I'm like embodying back that same mentality. It's crazy. But I'm grateful that it happened, because the awareness now, I'm like, okay, well, if my body feels like this, where I'm like just overworked, then that could impact my mental state. Not like I didn't know that, but it's different when you actually apply it in a setting like trading, where it's really going to test your mental toughness. So, one second, Joe. All right, we this actually does look like it's beginning a trend reversal here. So I say that because we got this like double bottom going on right there. It's kind of more of like an ascension. I'll draw the ascending line. More like that. Also, the TTM is tightening up. So this looks like, the reason why I went short here is because it looked to me as if this was going to reject, and it did. This rejected, and now this one here actually looks a lot stronger than what this one did. So I'd be more interested potentially in taking a long off this one than I was off that one. I kind of missed the move though. This was the move right here. Bounce off 30. If I find a trade that I'm really feel really confident about, I might go for a larger contract size. I don't see one yet though. Although this looks pretty good for a long, I don't feel like super confident on it. Because like all the moving averages are right next to each other. To me, this looks like a long, but like, yeah, super sketch on the day. So with this much bearish action, I don't know. It's easier looking at the 1 minute chart for this particular movement right now. For me, pulling back down to 30. The wonderful bounce here off 30. This is right near that ascension line that we created. Did bounce off 30 up to 31. So about 4 tick move. It looks like some of the ranginess is starting to exit. At least for the moment. So this rejected off the 35. TTM's flat right now, so nothing I can really trust there. if you're really positive on the direction, today seems like a good day to take a swing. For the momentum aspects, you got to be really confident in your trade, though. I'm waiting for this. Okay, 9 just got above 12 on cross. It is at the EMA 35 though, so it's a sketchy zone to take a trade, or at least a long. Would have been a nice short, I guess. From 32, I guess it's only like 5 ticks. The range on the day is like way more than that. Yeah, that would have been a nice short for that whole range right there. Tiny, that's why I use the 5200, because it really just, to me, it helps me spot trend really well. Keep having to blow my nose. Like, my nose is like runny. Currently, we've only taken that one trade. All right, this is looking kind of decent. Yep, that was the move. So this is right on the 35, but I feel kind of confident about taking this. Yeah, I'm gonna try and take that in at 32 and a quarter. I'm gonna look for a move. I don't know about up to 34. Oh, this is so far away. The Dom is like way off. Try to get out at 33. There we go. 3 ticks. I guess I could have kept it at 34. I just because it was at the 50 moving average right there, I just didn't want to push my luck. But that would have been a very nice trade. A lot of volatility right there in that one. I think this is going to rip up. Try to get an entry off 34 and a quarter. Didn't fill. I want to see what's happening on the 1 minute chart. Okay, 1 minute is approaching this. So if we get the 1226 crossover on the 1 minute, I think that will actually have room up to like 40. We're on approach for a sign and switch too. This looks pretty good for trend reversal. I might try to get out at like 37 though. Little wedge right there. How much time is left in this? 30 seconds? That's a long time. I'm gonna wait for this one to pull back. 18, 17 seconds. I might not get the pullback that I want. I actually want this to pull back to like 34 right here. 1 second left. It dojied. Well, actually, it turned red. But 9 is above 12 on cyan switch. We have to be really precise with our entries today. I say precise on the entries because of the range on the day. It could really like take a pretty bad turn really fast. So 33.75 is right on that 50 moving average. We're up 197.50 on the day. I'm looking for something that really fits my edge. I think that will probably bounce here off of this like 33 and a quarter, off this EMA 35, I think is where we're likely to bounce. Yep, there it was. Wow. Just late on it. I need to follow my own trade advice sometimes. I'm gonna put an entry off 34.50 if I can get it. All right, enter long 3 contracts at 34.50. I'm looking for a move up to like 36 and a quarter. I need this DOM to be working, but it's not. I took the trade off right there at 35 and a quarter, so took 3 ticks on that. Up 301 on the day. I'm gonna not go for 7, but I think I'll go for 5. 5 seems pretty very doable. 7 seems like it's doable, but a little extra risk, like a little too much risk for me. Moment. Oh, whoops! I'm sorry, I didn't have my charts up. Tried every moving average out there, every indicator, and every kind of thing for trend spotting. See absolutely no avail. So the 50 EMA and the 200 simple moving average. The reason why these have value to me, like, is this particular situation right here. Okay, so you can see here's the crossover. The drop obviously happened before the cross, but the crossover happened after the drop, and then it pulled back up, and then you have a really strong indication that this is going to reject right here because it already moved to the downside. So that's why it has value for me anyway. Like, that's how I use it personally. All right, 1 minute chart is getting 9 above 12, the 26 cross. We're running into resistance up at 36.75. I think that this will pop up to 40 though. 2 TMs at 2.0. Dang, I was just about to enter that. There's the bid.
Order filled.
Got in kind of high at 36. I'm gonna try to get out at 37. Ooh. Pulling back heavily and fast. Holding this for a brief moment, but I'm not going to hold it long. I also reduced my sell order pretty heavily. Just trying to get out with any kind of profit. So just a single tick would be fine with me. The volatility is scary
Order
today.
filled.
There we go. We got out with that single tick. Up 329.50 on the day. I think this is still going to pop, but the volatility is scary to me. So that's why it's like I need to be super careful and cautious with my entry points. There's the pop. I'm also worried about a rejection here off the EMA 35 because this may... I think that this 26 cross is actually going to be really strong. And I just needed to have patience. Oh, there's a new 1 minute candle. Should have waited for that. So likely this is going to pull back to like 35 or reject here for a minute. For a few minutes, probably. Maybe like 1 to 3 minutes. I think this will reject. But I do think this is popping and starting its work on a trend reverse. 200 moving average at 34.64, while the 50 is at 43.46. These have a very long way to go. And we're up 329.50 on the day. We're officially over the halfway point to our funding. So 1742.01 out of 3,000 is 58%. So we added about 10% to our account today, which makes sense because 3,000, 10% of $2,300. What up, Pawn? How you doing today on this incredibly rangy day? So we had one good short, one nice long trade, and one kind of crappy long trade, but all wins. So, and that one that was a crappy trade, I think that it really was just the entry was not great. I did not try trading oil. I actually ended up, my day got so busy yesterday, dude. Dude, as soon as I got off the stream, like as soon, like within like half an hour, I got off the stream, and then like all of this stuff that was unclear needed to be done ended up getting done yesterday. And it's just like run with that momentum. But I overworked myself heavily yesterday, and I'm pretty exhausted, honestly, today. So I did not trade oil, but I will try trading oil because I was looking at the chart after the stream, and I could see how it fits my strategy. Like how often my setups came on the oil, So I was like, wow, this is actually not bad. Let me take a look at it right now, though. All right, crude. So crude's actually on an uptrend. Well, on its way, like it's down right now, down $1 on the day, but it did pop up towards this VWAP, and it's looking reasonable for continuing upward. Did get a 1 minute cross. It looks like it's kind of petering out a little bit here. How much do you get paid per tick on crude? So you know how much you get paid per tick? $10 per penny move? Holy crap, really? So wait, so if I take one contract and it moves up 3 cents, I make $30. Can you confirm that? What up, Al? Yeah, can you confirm that? So if I take one contract and it moves 3 ticks, I make $30. Whoa, dude, that's crazy. That's a lot. I'm taking another look at this oil here. Yeah, like I said, it looks like it's popping up. Alright, I'll give it a whirl if I can find something here. Let's see what the range is like. So this went from 71 up to 78. So one contract on this would have been $70. So 3 would have been 210. Well, we're running the resistance there at the VWAP. This is on a 20-second chart, 5200 cross. It looks like it's gonna fail the VWAP, probably down to like 70 or something. I wonder what the fees are like on this. The TTM's died off like too much for me to want to take a long, and it's running into resistance at the VWAP here. So I'm just kind of looking for a trade-off. This would have been the trade-off there. It was a nice little pop. Yeah, triple test of the VWAP. I'm going to get rid of the micro. I don't really trade it much anyway. Just free up some space here. There's that VWAP rejection. So I'm really curious to take a trade on this because of like this looks like a short to me. Pretty heavy pop back up there though. It's on an uptrend, so I don't want to short it. At least in this zone is on an uptrend. Tried to. Oh
Order
no!
filled.
It actually filled. I was like, I was gonna. Oh wow! I was gonna cancel that and.
Order
All
filled.
right, I'm in right here at VWAP.
Order filled.
There we go. So we took one contract, 3 ticks. Up 342.82 on the day. This actually is kind of cool. Seems pretty straightforward. It's just like trading anything else. There's a lot of contracts right there. But that's pretty awesome that it's $10 a tick. I mean, because it seems like it puts in pretty good sized moves. And you could really, I mean, obviously, like with the ES, you know, it's a slight bit more, but you're also moving 25 cents. Not like that makes that much of a difference. The chart's still just moving, but I might start doing it. I might start trading some oil. I didn't mean to like I went to close that one out and it filled and closed immediately. It was like just an immediate $10 loss. So oil's getting above the VWAP, fighting that 200 EMA. Ollie, I'm up 342 today. I did take one loss that you just saw happen, but it was a total accidental loss because I was actually just trying to cancel the trade. I wish there was a cancel trade button, but I just hit this exit market, and I guess there is right there. Cancel all. Wonder if I could pop that out into its own button. Maybe I'll throw a second oil chart up. And I'll drop the mini off of here. And I'll add oil. Oil's kind of ripping. Wanted to see where this one's also okay. Let's get that on the 1 minute. All right. Yeah, oil's dope. So every penny is $10. Nine's kind of getting above 12 on the 1 minute side. That's usually good for bullish. The 50's on approach. The 35's above the 50. That's also good for bullish there too. 200's at 72.96. I actually want to see this pull back to about 73, I think, and bounce there. That's the rejection.
Order filled.
I joined the bid, but I got filled a little higher than I intended to. I meant to get filled at like 05, but I got in at 07. I'm out of that. I just lost like $270 off that. That's whack. Oh well. ES is on approach for 5200 cross. It's a new security for me, or security asset instrument. I don't know. Wait for this to pull back some. ES looks like it's about to rip. Experimenting with new stuff. Yeah, Oliver, I've actually not ever traded oil. It's totally new to me. I was just trying it out. The moves seem cleaner there. I can see that though with the volatility. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Pay attention to extension for the 9 EMA. It's kind of crazy. I was like, wow, I just lost like 200 something bucks, like fast. Okay, so 9 is getting above the 200 SMA on the ES. I actually want to see this pull back to about 40, 39.75 area. This is too extended right now. $5,200 is on approach. I actually, like I said, I want to see this pull back to about 41, 40 area. Yeah, it kind of confirms it with this 9 here as well. Pull back. Come on. Did pull back some. Only for about 20 seconds, though. Come on. The TTM's not loading. There it is. $5,200 cross is on approach on this. I don't know how much this is going to pull back. It looks like it's really just going to pop. There we go. TTM's cooling. So currently it's pulled back to the 9. 26 has got above 35, so that does indicate a little pullback. So our pullback was 242.50 at the moment. $150. There's that crossover. We'll look to join the bid about right here. I'm thinking
Order filled.
in at 43. I think I might have gotten in on what may pull back a little bit. I'm looking for a move up to 44.50, 44 and a quarter. The high of this was 44.50. So I entered long here because of this crossover. Did pull back a little bit.
Order filled.
So I get another contract at 42.75. And I'm going to consolidate these for sale at 44. That's 4 contracts for sale at 44. And my average price is 41.42.81. kind of sold off more than I expected it to. Usually this crossover here creates a pretty powerful move, pretty fast. So this pulled back to the 9, which was there at 41.75. Back on the 20-second chart. I just want to see this go to yellow on the TTM, and then that'll help confirm our move. Nine dip below 12 here. Hopefully it's just brief. There's a flash of yellow. And these are continuing to diverge, which is what we want to see. I think my entry point could have been better here. Like I said, entry is the name of the game today. So getting like the proper entry is one of the most important things of the day. Well, it's one of the most important things most of the time, but on days where it's really rangy like this, it makes a big difference. I want to keep seeing these go yellow. 0.6. 10 seconds left in this candle. 9 is back above 12. That's what I want to see. And it's currently consolidating right at our entry. Up to 43.50 there. There's 43.75, which I considered getting out at 43.75. I still think that 44 is on the table. TTM's now at 0.1, 0.2. 4 seconds left in this. TTM moved to 0.1. Now TTM is at 0. 9 is back above 12, and 9 is above 9 and 12 are both crossing above 26. TTM still at flat, running into slight resistance at 43.75. Now TTM going cyan. I might try to get out at 43.75. Ooh, I think this was my opportunity. Pretty heavy pullback there, but this might be an eagle. I hope it's an eagle. I lowered my sell order to 43.50, which would be honestly not that good of a trade, but
Order filled.
all right, we did get out of 43.50. We pulled our account back up to 188 from 342 on that loss on the oil. Yeah, oil looks like it's about to rip, like if it didn't already. But I think the ES is also on the way up. So oil pulled back. 07 down to 98. It was like 9 cents at 3 contracts. 3 times 9 is 27. So this was a $270 loss here. Gratefully, we're making it back. There's that move up to 44. I just didn't have the... I guess I didn't have the stomach to try to wait for this. It felt kind of sketchy. Like it could potentially just flash down. Especially with the 200 moving average working its way up on the 1 minute chart. I think on the ES, we have room up to the volume weighted average price. Uh, 3 minute chart though, actually getting a 912 crossover. So this ended up pulling up to 45.50. We definitely could have kept this on, but yeah, just given the overall movement and sort of the sketchiness on the day, I didn't feel confident with it. Counts up at 1,600 out of 3,000, and trailing max at 23.45. So we're $1,400 away from funding. Yeah. So on 3 minute chart, it's looking kind of clean. 9's above 12, and 12.26 crossover. I guess we traded this pre-crossover on the 3 minute chart, but the first cyan. So this actually would have been a really, like, if I had checked the 3 minute chart, I would have felt more confident in holding this trade for a longer period of time to get the move actually through 45. And I probably would have upped my order. Nice big rip up there. Popped up through the VWAP. Watch out for rejections on the VWAP here. Like I said, I thought we had room at 47, and that was 47.75. Ripped up and pulled back. Keep an eye out for the 9 EMA and the extension off of that. This one was a pretty decent trade, just in the sense that it really did pull back to the 9. I could have waited for a better entry. Like, I thought this was a much better entry here than this. Just that 3 tick difference. But mainly the difference was being closer to the 9 and bouncing off of it. So, honestly, doing better on the day than I like, just for how tired I was. I was worried that I wouldn't do very well on the day. How do I was like, my phone was like pulling up YouTube video for no reason because I hadn't been on a YouTube video. Oh, more coffee? I literally just texted my wife so she make me another tea. So we're not doing bad on the day. We're doing all right. Oh, my other Apex renewed? Rude. I didn't even know. So, I guess I have another 50K account. I honestly didn't even realize. I didn't get like any email or anything. Okay, so we took 2 losses on the day. Oh, because that one accidental oil trade. And then the intentional oil trade that just went against us that I should have just held through the pullback. Taken 40 contracts, number of winning contracts. Does that even make sense? 40 contracts, number of winning contracts is 16, and number of losing contracts is 4. That equals only 20. Why do I have 40? Inquiring minds want to know. Gross P&L on the day is 250. Total profit is 530. Total loss is 280. 188.30 after fees at the moment. There's a little flag here, as you can see on the 3-minute chart, directly below the volume weighted average price. Man, should have held that. Look at that. Not really very far extended off the 9. We've been kind of just riding it. Nice little pop here. Might just work on the 3 and 3 now, because it looks like some of the large range trading has sort of died down, and now it's more just like normal trading. Oil looks like a reasonable short right here. There's the drop. I think for oil, like, I've not traded this before, but you're right. I think the chart movement is pretty clean. It's kind of predictable in terms of its movement. So I think I might do some paper trading on it. It does seem interesting to me, so I think it's worthwhile for me. It seems to fit my strategy in the way that I trade pretty consistently. So I think I might do some paper trading on oil and see how I do on it. My first trade ever, just on oil, just went straight for the live trading. What the hell? You read over a grand? Sorry to hear that. Now I'm holding until it drops. Blow my account up. Why the hell not, right? It's paper anyway. It's funny. Tiny, you got this though. Like, your trading has grown so exponentially over the last couple of months. Like, it's honestly, like, it's pretty impressive. Like, I can see what's actually happening. Like, I don't know if like, if you've ever looked at sort of the compound effect. I think there's a book actually called The Compound Effect. But basically, if you do something long enough and you learn enough for, like, different variances of it, eventually, like, all this information sort of just compounds and then explodes up, and until you reach whatever the next ceiling is, and then it goes through it again. But it's pretty fascinating. If y'all haven't already, please like and subscribe. Like, we do have a reasonable amount of people chilling here, so we should be able to get, a couple of likes on the video. It just helps the community grow, helps the YouTube algo. It helps YouTube sort of suggest this content to other people, which helps us grow the channel over time. It's not fast or anything like that, but it makes a big difference. It also makes me feel like I'm working for thumbs. working for likes. Bounce off 45, pretty nice bounce there, which bounced here off the EMA 35. The reason why I don't take more EMA 35 bounces, like, because it's a pretty good area of support, but it's like 70% of the time it's good, and And the other 30%, it just doesn't even care. But I use the 35 not really as a place to buy or sell trades. I use it more as just a running support and resistance. But this bounced pretty well to form this little cup and handle right here. I think at this point we're just looking for a break above the volume weighted average price. That's on the 1 minute side, the 200 moving average has steadily worked its way up, while the 50 has also worked its way up too. So the fact that this 200 moving average is going up and not down makes me feel skittish for when this actually hits like 4150 area. Because to me, like if this is continuing its upward slope, like that starts to indicate that, hey, there may be more pressure up here than we might see. Because I would have thought that with as much as this has been uptrending, that this at this point right about here would have begun downtrending. Like either here or about right there. It should have started facing down already. So the fact that it's facing up is kind of sketchy to me. It's not like a real common thing for that to happen. Running into resistance at the VWAP. There's not really a trade here for me just because we're right on the VWAP. And so this could really go in either direction. It could just fall down or rip up. Expect greatness and ye shall become great. Some rejection off of view up there. It was on the 3 minute chart. I think the 3 minutes a little extended, but the 5 minute chart. Now this is a good chart to be paying attention to right now. 5 minute crossover inbound and TTM inbound. So I taking a look at this. This tells me, hey, you know what? We might get a rip here on a 5 minute setup. Pulling down to 45, and 9 is crossing above the 26. So this looks pretty decent actually in this spot. I gotta see what's going on the 20-second chart. All right, 20 seconds drop down below the 50 moving average. So I think we're gonna consolidate down here for about 5 minutes, and then likely we will get a pop. 5 minute candle still has 4 minutes on it, so it's gonna look like a long time from the 20-second chart. I'd be looking for a pullback to around probably 43, maybe 42.50. Yeah, right somewhere right in this range here. Like right here. This somewhere in this range is the area I'm looking for pullback to. It is riding below the VWAP, so this is still kind of a sketchy zone because we could just like, I don't know, if we do pop back up, we could just thunder downwards. Yeah, I use thunder. What? Pull back to the EMA 35. There's a decent sized pullback there. So this would be the entry point. There's that. This is like exactly where I said to pull back to. I'm gonna check this 5 minute. 5 minutes still looking good. TTM's at 0.2 on the 5 minute chart. Should have taken that entry at 43, I think. 5 tick seems more reasonable. All right. 20-second chart is going to be very helpful right now for me. So what I'm going to be looking for here on the 20-second chart, there's 2 minutes left in the 5 minute candle. I'm going to be looking for this red to yellow, but I want to see this get above the 50 EMA, and I want to see the 9 and 12 cross. So 9, 12, 26 crossover, and the cyan, or not cyan, but the yellow on the GTM. And 5 ticks. So I'm just waiting for the setup. There's 1 minute left in that 5 minute candle. TTM's at 1.24. I feel pretty confident about this. Bouncing off around this like 45 zone. Confidence is probably like 70%. I want to see what happens with this 5 minute candle. It's currently on doji, going slightly green. Do, 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 do. 30 seconds left in this 5 minute candle. Trying to get an entry off of 44.
Order filled.
All right, entered off of 44. I'm going to look for a pop up to 45 and a quarter. I'm also going to check this on the 20-second chart. Taking a look at the 20-second chart, I don't actually really like this. So I'll try to get out right here.
Order filled.
All right, took a little tiny trade there. Still gonna wait for this setup on the 20-second chart because, like I think we have the setup on the 5, but sometimes this can take a little bit to rip, like a little bit of time. This is a pretty good entry though. 44. Did pull up to 45, so 5 ticks was, or 4 ticks was definitely on the table. And here's the pop. Waiting for the full move. Still not there yet. 9 still below 12. Very close. There's cyan switch. 9 still below 12 though. I want to see that actual crossover happen. You could take it in anticipation, but that has screwed me many times. Pulling back some. I'm going to take a look at the other time frames. 1 minute is on decline. 9 is below 12. So 1 minute, I'm going to need to see a red yellow. 3 minute is somewhat on the decline. So we're looking for it to hold around 43. 5 minute chart is on the ascension. This did pull pulled all the way back to 42.50, and then we bounce off that. This is a 20-minute pullback here. So I do think that sometime in the next like 5 to 10 minutes, this is going to pull up. 1 minute chart though is one that I really want to pay attention to because, like I said, this ascension on the standard moving average is kind of sketchy, and the other thing is that the red to yellow makes a really big difference in terms of the actual upward direction, upward momentum. The 20-second chart, why I care about this is I want to see this actually line up, because this will tell me indication of that upward direction before the breakout actually happens on the 5 minute chart. If the 5 minute chart doesn't fail, that is. But I feel kind of confident. Kind of confident is the key there. At this point, I'm like 50-50. By the way, if y'all chilling, hanging out, hit that like button. Subscribe. Up 254.30 on the day. Our peak of the day was 342 and some change. I don't really know what the change was. But our peak of the day was 342. Currently up 254. This 5200 is actually on the decline at the moment. So this 5 minute breakout might not happen. It actually might reject. That 26 never crossed. See what the next one opens at. Next one opened lower. Looks like it's rejecting. TTM's still building up on the 5 minute chart though. So that's pretty important to note. Keep an eye on the 1 minute for that red to yellow. There's red to yellow on 22nd chart, but as you can see right here, it doesn't have the same validity as the 1 minute. So, what's going on in the market news today? Today we had CPI data. I honestly didn't even pay attention to this. There's a lot of things to pay attention to, man. Like, honestly. I do my best, but CPI data was 0.4%. U.S. consumer price inflation below 5% for the first time in 2 years. Maybe just don't print money and give it out for free. By the way, those stimulus checks, when they first came out, I said this live on stream, on another YouTuber stream. I said those stimulus checks are going to cost people tens of thousands of dollars. The estimated
for each person who received a $1,400 check, the estimated cost to each person was $16,000. I called it the most expensive loan in history, and I still stand by that statement. So, them's my thoughts. By the way, y'all, if you're trying to earn funding in the futures market, you may want to check out Apex Trader Funding. They're currently offering 80% off. There is a link in the description. It's 80% off for life until you pass your evaluation. So you can pick up a 50K account for a lot less than that. It's just make sure that you pick your plan based off the software that you want, because they are different prices. So if you want Ninja Trader, it's the least expensive. If you want Trading View or Trade-A-Bait, it's about $20 more before the discount. So if you do the 187 multiply it by 0.2, you're at $37.40 pre-tax. So, and that's for Trading View and Trade-A-Bait, if that's what you're looking for. But there is a link in the description for that. There's also Elite Trader Funding. I love these guys for their customer service, and also for their coherence and cohesiveness of their website and access to their Discord community. And then they have really unique plans like the Diamond Hands, where you can actually hold overnights and weekends. They have larger static accounts than Apex. And then they have these fast tracks. If you just have your strategy locked in, you don't want to pay a lot, you can just grab one of these, go straight for a $2,000 profit and get funded with 25K. Then there's the EODs that you'll find at most prop firms at the end of the day, and the standard one step that Apex also uses. So link in the description for that. Promo code is JSBEST on this if y'all want to pick us up for yourself. Yeah, that was the thing about the stimulus checks, is that like there was whole like niches and whole content about like when's your next free lunch coming, and I was just like, wow, you guys are tripping, man. Like you do realize that this is, number one, paid for by taxes, number two, causes massive inflation, and number three, is just going to make everything significantly more expensive, right? Like stimulus checks are just not a good idea, at least in my opinion. Anytime that something is free, it actually is probably the most expensive thing that you're getting. So if you have free healthcare, it's probably the most expensive healthcare on earth. If you have free anything, it is more than likely the most expensive thing that you are actually getting. It's just that the costs are hidden from you. It's not a direct upfront cost. And that is not a political statement. That's just facts. Like that's just reality. And what's that phrase? Facts don't care about your feelings. But it's the truth. Like Big Sean has this line that says, how does it? Oh man, how does it go? It's like, you realize that if it's free, it might actually be the most expensive. He also has this other line that says, credit card used to be EBT. In the D though, meaning Detroit, in the D though is DEBT, spelling out debt. And it's so correct, man. Like just to be clear, at a point in my life, I was on that stuff. Like at a point in my life, I was on EBT, like food stamps and other things like that. And I saw all of my income potential, all of my growth opportunities, and all of those things just evaporate, because if I made any more money, I would lose all those things. And so I knew people personally who would not take raises at their jobs because they would lose their state benefits. And having that be the case is like, you have to think about that like you're capping your own success. Like it's very, 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 very short-term gain for an extremely long-term, almost lifelong loss. And that's just what happens with a lot of those things. That's not to say that we shouldn't help out people who are on the lower economic class. Like I came from the bottom, like straight up out of the mud. But having that be the case, like, I understand something intrinsically that, like, my earning potential and my opportunities are capped by accepting those things. And so so in regards to any of those types of situations, like, just facts, no politics, nothing else. Like, there is just real raw data that will let you know that, like, hey, these things are actually some of the most expensive things that you could do. And they cost taxpayers a ton of money. And they're almost never ran efficiently. So there's just a couple of things to consider when you go about your life, and when you're looking at the economy as a whole. If you ever see that stimulus checks are coming out, what it also told me too, and I didn't know this at the time, and I wish that I had understood it better at the level that I do now, and I'll use it in the future if they ever start printing stimulus checks again, is that because there's going to be a lot of inflation, likely one of the things that will tend to happen is that the stock market will have to inflate as well. So the prices of stocks or securities, equities, and whatnot are likely going to go sky high, just like what happened with real estate and anything else. And so I'll do my best to try to remember that in the future if they ever just start printing out money again, and handing it out to people like candy and Tic Tacs. And yeah, so I'll try to use that to my advantage in terms of trading, and in terms of investing. And that would be the game plan going forward if I ever just see him just start like being like, it's time to print a crap load of cash. Hill. I add the hill in there because it's about the level of intrinsically, I think that we all know that it's a dumb decision and everybody gets angry about it. But from the economic policy standpoint, if the intention is to create income gap or create wealth gap, then it's one of the smartest decisions that could be made in regards to the financial gap between citizens. So that's just facts, Jack. I like that. Yeah. Good word for it. Yeah, evaporate. Yeah. It's just, I don't know, man. Those are my thoughts. To me, it's just simple, like, understanding of economics, like the most basic level of economics. If you have more supply, you'll have less demand. It's just that simple. It's like Tickle Me Elmo, but for money. Like Tickle Me Elmo, when that thing came out, for anybody who was around in the 90s, they were really scarce at first, and they were selling on eBay. Yeah, eBay was the thing in the 90s. They were selling on eBay for tens of thousands of dollars because they made a really limited supply. After the price went insane on the Tickle Me Elmos, they flooded the market with Tickle Me Elmos. And all of a sudden, they were on every shelf and they couldn't get rid of them. And so it's just supply and demand. And when you increase the money supply, you lower the demand. Not necessarily the demand for money, because that's always going to be there, but you're lowering the value of it. And that more or less, in essence, is the demand when it comes to currency. We've pretty much just been on the decline for a while. I wonder if a 10-second chart would predict this drop better with the 5200. I'm going to take a look at it just for fun. I'm not taking any trades right now, so I haven't really been seeing much that fits my strategy. Is this a new one? Yeah. Oh, wow. Crazy. So a 10-second chart actually called this 5200 cross way back here. And that was up at 41.45. Interesting. I tried the 10-second chart once and I hated it. But I didn't have nearly as much experience that I do right now. Not trying to act like I'm like the most experienced trader ever, but just interesting, I guess, to see it. So this called us out at 8:08 in 40 seconds. That's 1 minute. Where'd my 20-second chart go? Oh. And this called this out at 8:23. Wow, full 15-minute difference. Crazy. Huh. I think I'll do some paper trading on oil on my downtime. And I'm going to start watching the 10-second chart on the ES just because of that. Like 15-minute call out difference is pretty substantial. Probably get a lot of false breaks though. Hey, if y'all chilling, hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. It does make a very, very big difference to the channel. We do very much love and appreciate y'all. I might walk away with the profits that I have on the day, and I'm not really seeing my setup show up anymore. And I got to be mindful of my edge on the day. We are positive 254.30. We did give back $270 on a trade on oil. So our peak of the day was 342 in profit. Yeah. So that was our peak of the day. 342. Ending the day up at 254.30. And I think that's probably what I'm going to cap it at because I'm just not seeing my setup. I guess if my setup shows up, then I'd be happy to stick around. But otherwise, just pull back all the way down to 35. It's actually looking really close to a silent switch, though. Let's take a look at the 10-second chart and see what it has to say. So the 10-second chart called out a 5200 cross a full 15 minutes ahead of time. This is at 41.41 and 35.46. So the 200 moving average dropped 5 cents in 10 seconds. So that, yeah, so it's estimated to drop then, what, 5 cents in 10 seconds? 5 cents. Math. It's not working for me. So it should drop 30 cents in 1 minute. Getting a pop off here. I have to trade really fast off this. Reducing my size, so I'm not used to trading this chart. Nice pop there. You look at the 20-second. So the 20-second chart actually got the 912 cross here. So that actually was my setup. Was right there. This looks like it's on approach for a 5200 cross. So it actually looks like my setups that might actually be inbound. Maybe I'll stick around a little bit more. Look at going the opposite direction after a large pull away from the 9 EMA. So consistent. All right. When I'm paper trading, I'll look for that. I'll try and do some on-demand trading over the weekend. Because real talk, dude, my days are like so packed. Like I pretty much do this stream, and then I just go right to work. I'm trying to get my got my garden going like pretty heavy right now. So I'm trying to maximize my production this year on my garden. So there's that, and then the other thing that I've been doing with a ton of my time is been completely rearranging. And you guys have known this, I've been doing it since last summer. Been completely redoing every single room in the house. So I redid my office, a lot of it, because obviously we had a white wall last summer. Now we've got, you know, the whole concrete looking background, lights and the shelves and stuff like that. And I set up like a creative workstation for like art and crafting and stuff like that. Anything that involves like that just needs like a workbench. So place to work on any sort of like gears and other little intricacies as well. And we put together, like, I haven't put together my studio yet, but I do have like a whole like little setup waiting for the studio. So it's a little ways out, but it's all work in progress. 10 second getting this little red yellow. I guess I'm kind of worried about false breaks on the 10-second chart, but it looks pretty consistent. It's at 39.89 and 35.93. I'm gonna try and calculate this. 39.83 minus, can't read it, 35.87. Actually, 35.85 and 39.71. So 386 difference. I can't really calculate that fast enough. I wish I had a something that just automatically calculated it and just estimated the crossover time. I think that'd be a really cool indicator. It's basic math, like really basic math. And so it doesn't need like anything crazy, but that'd be a really cool indicator. Just be something that calculates the how much this is declining and how much this is ascending, and then just go based off that on provide an estimation of crossover time. Okay, 9's above 12. There's science switch there. I'm gonna join the bid right here. I'm in one contract at $36.
Order filled.
There we go. So I just traded that on the 10-second chart. This is not really common for me. Up 288.80 on the day. A lot of eights. I took that based off the 9 above 12 and that little cyan switch there. Looks a little scary to trade, but I think it's one of those looks are kind of deceiving situations. So that actually rejected right off of 50. I think my setup's inbound, but I think it's a good like 15 to 20 minutes out. So I'm gonna stand. Oh, I just cracked like half my spine. All right. TTM on the 20-second chart, red at the moment. This looks like it's about to turn around. Not necessarily at this moment, but like we may hit resistance at this 50 again, but it looks like it's on approach for another upward move. That's a nice rip there. 38.80 and 35.88. New candle coming in at 35.93 and 38.77. Nice pop. Honestly, I wish I took that trade from here to here. I'm gonna check out the 20-second chart. So this might pull this same action right here. We'll see. It's looking like it's gonna. Looks very similar. I do think that we are inbound for more upward direction, though. You can see this ascension right here. And 10 seconds on approach on that 5,200 cross pretty quickly, actually. I'm getting pretty hungry, so I don't really know if I have the capacity to keep trading, even though I see this move inbound. Counts at 1701. We're almost back to our original high of the day. We are 56.7% to goal. 3,000 is the goal. 9 and 12 are now getting above the 50 exponential. Running into some resistance there around 37. $37.75 is the little micro resistance zone. Damn. I wanted to take that entry off 37. I should have had a standing order. Let's see what's up with this 10-second chart. 10 seconds getting above the 200 moving average, so we may get some pullback right here. I think $37 is kind of a pretty good entry point. Oh, dude, I'm sorry, man. I didn't even have my charts up. My apologies. Happens from time to time. You're up 235 for the day, man. Hell yeah. On your paid account? Dude, kicking butt, man. Don't want to overtrade. I think that's smart, dude. Good job, man. Let's get some round of applause here for Ali. Kicking butt, dude. I'm really happy for you. This 5,200 is on approach. Good luck, man, with the rest of your day. Hope you have an awesome day. Thanks for being here, by the way. Another bit here.
Order filled.
In at 38.75.
Order filled.
Got out at 39.50. Broke our high of the day. So new high for us. That crossover looks like it's about to happen. And this crossover is inbound. Let's see what's going on with the 100 or the 1 minute. 100. The 100 chart. The 200 finally started pushing downward. So I think that we're actually going to get a trend reversal now, and I think that we'll likely rip for a lot of the rest of the day toward the upside. Big pullback here. So this is basically just a rejection off the 50 EMA on the 1 minute chart. So there's the crossover on the 10-second chart. I think that we'll have another opportunity here in just a moment. This consolidation looks pretty normal to me. I think 37 will likely be a pretty decent entry point. My nose is so stuffy today. I feel like I'm allergic from yesterday's yard work. Watching the 20-second chart here, I'm going to look for a red to yellow on the 20-second chart. Probably go for 4 ticks. Like I said, I think 37 area will likely be a good entry on a long. I'm just waiting for that red to yellow. And I prefer not just the red to yellow, but I prefer the 9 and 12 to, number one, get back above the 50, and really just the 9 to get above itself, or the 9 to get above the 12. So I might wait for that for the confirmation. But I think that this area seems like an area of support. I'm gonna check this on the 1 minute chart. Hopefully it doesn't just rip while I'm checking it. Back to the 20-second chart. There's the rip. Part of it anyway. 36.50 bounced up to 37.50. So that's a 4 ticker. Keep wanting to go short on oil, but it's looking like it really wants to break up. I missed a scalp up 5 minutes ago, but the upward move was fast enough. Support the channel, hit the like. Ollie knows what's up. Hell yeah, man. And good job being up 180, man. Dude, it's so nice to see everybody winning. Like, this honestly is so cool. Wash hands, wash hands, wash hands. See, this is like the thing that makes me excited about this. Like, this whole channel, what keeps me showing up, dude? I love seeing you guys win. Genuinely, I really, really do. I think it's freaking awesome. Kind of missed the entry. I was hoping to take this entry off this pop here. I think I missed it. I don't want to chase it, but I also don't want to miss it. Try to get in there at 38. No entry. It popped down to my order, but didn't fill.
Order filled.
All right, there we go. Got
Order filled.
Ooh, whoa. Okay. Big pullback. Kind of scary. I'm in 3 contracts. I will cut this fast if I have to. I'm going to make sure we maintain this profit on the day. I'm only going for 3 ticks, 3 contracts, 3 ticks. I wish I put my order entry a little lower, and I wish I waited for the full cross. But I still feel okay about this trade. Just okay, though. I don't feel great yet. Ooh, 9's on a downtrend. I'm out.
Order filled.
Gave back a lot of my profit on the day. Up 160, 130. I think I'm going to walk away. I still want to stay green on the day. So I think I'm going to walk away. I can see this move is inbound, but it did reject that one there. And so that was a loss of, I think, 200 and some change. I want to see what that loss was. Accuracy is 70%, 71% on the day. That loss was 62.50 and 125. So still pause on the day, but we did just get back up around 212.50. 62.50 plus 125. Yeah, 187.50 is what we get back. That's too bad. I think maybe I overtraded, but being as that's the case, I gotta walk away now at this point. So I'm gonna say I'm grateful to be green, up $161 on the day, and my trailing max is at 2304. So we still have plenty of room on our trail max, and I am going to walk away with green profits. This is my risk management, and so there we have it. Having said all that, guys, thank you guys so much for being in here. Thank you, Ollie, for telling people to support the channel, hit the like button, and do very much love and appreciate that. Ollie, good job kicking ass today and pulling profits in your paid account. Pawn, good job kicking ass today, pulling $180 in profits. Everybody, great job making that money. Tiny, good job working on that strategy that you've been developing for yourself. I think that's crazy cool. I think that's one of the coolest things ever, because without developing that strategy on your own and learning your own edge, I think it's going to make I think it's very difficult to succeed unless you develop your own edge. So take a look at these charts one more time. Got caught in that flash down and that rejection there. Gratefully, we cut it quick. So, or at least as quick as I could. But it was a little over a 1-to-1. I don't usually use stops though. So, but I already know what I did wrong here. What I did wrong was I did not wait for the 9 and 12 to cross above the 26. And that's what I did wrong right there. And that's why I didn't wait for my full and proper setup. I got in early because I had already seen this rip, and I think I had FOMO, and so I think that's what happened with that. 10-second chart also just kind of pushing up a little bit. All right. Having said all that, guys, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Pick up a futures trading evaluation at a prop firm listed in the link below if you guys are so inclined and that's something that you are interested in doing and you've thought about your own strategy already. And I'm going to jump into our Discord community where I'm going to write up my reflection and my results on the day. And I would love to see you guys in there. There is a link to our Discord community. Join in there, get active. We have a couple active people in there right now. We're still a very small community. Your voice will carry a lot of weight here. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Much love and appreciation. Hit that like button. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday, and we'll see you tomorrow, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern time. And peace out, y'all. Have a great day.